Greetings and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. I'm John Mayseal, back for another Shadow Era video. We're continuing Lost Lands spoilers for part 3, and with me today is Nik Veles, because we have a new passive ability to go over in this video. Nick, how are you feeling today, man?
Excellent.
Excellent? You're hanging in there?
Yeah, I'm having like a flu or something, but feeling better. Thank you for asking.
Oh, that's good. So I guess you didn't go out for New Year's then, huh?
Sadly, no.
Nah, that's too bad. We went out last night. It was fun. It was fun to get out of the house, you know. I gave the gift yesterday with 2 spoiler videos, and then we went out for New Year's. So it was a good time.
Yeah,
so anyway, are we ready to get into this card? So I'm going to pop in and show the card. I'm going to read it, and then you can tell us what this new ability is, okay? So let's hop in here.
I'm very excited about this one.
I know. All right, so here we are. This is Aldreides the Aged, 6-cost ally, neutral ally, Aldmore, unique. 3 base attack, 8 health. And the passive is Shroud. When you activate an ability with shadow energy, opposing heroes lose 1 shadow energy. And the active for 1 shadow energy is draw 2 cards and shuffle target card in your hand into its owner's deck. So Nick, what is Shroud? Why don't you fill us all in about that?
Well, Shroud is a new passive ability. If you go by definition, you can say it's when hero or ally with Shroud, in this case it is an ally, when that ally is targeted by an opposing ability, that ability has no effect and that hero or ally loses Shroud. So in its basis, it's a protective kind of a passive ability.
Right, so it's like Major Stone Skin then.
Yeah, Stone Skin has similar effect. Actually, the same, if we take away the damage reduction of Stone Skin.
Right, you take away, so Stone Skin you could reword to they take 1 less damage and gain Shroud. So you could reword Stone Skin to that then, is what we're saying. Yes,
you can basically reword Stone Skin to having Shroud instead of the full definition.
Right. Okay, so this is cool. So this guy comes built in with that. So now the other part, let's go over it. When you activate an ability with shadow energy, opposing heroes lose 1 shadow energy. So that's not just once per turn. So if you have like 3 allies out there or artifacts on board, you can just completely empty out their shadow energy then.
Yeah. I mean, you can put it in any deck, and you will always have your hero ability.
Right. Yeah.
But I mean, he's an Aldmore, and Aldmores like to use abilities with shadow energy both on allies and the artifacts, so this guy can pretty much lock down an opponent from using their shadow abilities.
Yeah, it sounds really good. Like, and even the passive effect, I'm looking at that as from like a Zana standpoint, right? So this actually seems like it's even better than a Chalice effect, right? Instead of paying 2, you're paying 1. You're drawing 2 cards, and you can shuffle any card in your hand into the deck, not just the 2 cards that you drew from. So that's really cool.
It's kind of a mix between Chalice and Fleet-footed Messenger. It gives you a lot of flexibility in managing your hand.
Yeah, so I actually really like that guy. I fully intend on trying that out in a priest deck, by the way. That looks a lot of fun to try out. I think it could work out too, like with maybe other heroes that don't generally need to use their shadow energy all the time. I think that he would actually be really good in, I think, like a Wagon Ellie, right? Put a couple of him in there.
Yeah. Well,
especially
I mean,
with an extractor too, right? So you have the extractor effect. He's another draw ally for you in that deck. And the wagon is using Aldmore allies in a way. You know, you already have like Scout, you have Interceptor. So I think that you could actually splash this guy into like Aldmore Ellie wagon pretty well too.
Yeah, I can see that happening because I mean it has the Aldmore tag and quite cheap ability for card draw. It could be the case that ability is cheap enough that you see this guy pop off in pretty much any deck that can support a higher ally curve.
Oh yeah, I could definitely see this in like maybe more of a late game Reika build too. Reika doesn't always want to use that ability, right? So having that in there for draw would be really good. You could even mix that in with, like, say, Amulet or something like that, right? Because a lot of times when you're using Amulet, you're always stuck at that one Shadow Energy. So you could actually use both Amulet and this guy at the same time. So that's 2 Shadow Energy gone. Maybe you can get rid of your Amulet off the board so you lose the sustain, right? I think that would be a good combo.
Yeah.
Aldreides with Chalice.
Passive will trigger from 0 Shadow Energy abilities as well.
Yep. All those 0 Shadow Energy abilities. And again, that's why I thought it would be really good for Elementalis too, because you have that Extractor ability in there too.
Yes, and Shroud makes him actually quite sticky. I mean, generally, when you evaluate, do you want to have a high casting cost ally in deck or not, you kind of have to always have mind control in mind, and Shroud is excellent against high casting cost abilities like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just going to be mind control too. It's going to, depending on how many Shrouds are out there, it's going to break Crippling Blows, it's going to break Hunter Gambits, all that stuff too.
Yeah, well, I mean, opponent can be like creative in removing Shroud, since even a ping from Deathmage Thaddeus will remove it.
Right, because it's a targeted ability, so anything like that can remove it. A Krygon ping. So I think you'll be seeing, if there's a lot of Shrouds around, I think you'll see Deathmage Thaddeus and Krygon and a lot of decks right after that. I think humans would actually have the hardest time dealing with it.
Yeah, although even Stun Turret can help a lot in removing Shroud.
Right, because you do have that.
There are neutral options.
Yep. Now with Stun Turret though, does it? Because does the Stun Turret removes the passive first for the turn before dealing the damage. But would Shroud stop the Sun Turret? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it would negate the ability of the first usage when you.
Okay, so he would still have. So he would still have his passive abilities.
Yeah, he would.
Because Shroud would intercept it. Okay.
But Shroud would be gone.
Right, but the Shroud would be gone. Okay, yes. So that clears that up in terms of how it would affect with that. So Morbid Acolyte could then get rid of it then. What about Laerian Diplomat? Because that's not an active ability.
It doesn't have to be an active, it's still an ability you target with.
Right, so something like
Laerian Seductress would also remove it for us.
Okay, because those are considered abilities on the ally. Okay, I understand. So those would be able to pop it too. So Seductress. Okay. Seductress, Diplomat. Okay.
Basically,
so those
anything that targets it can pop it off, or if you look at the other round, Shroud would prevent it.
Okay. Alright. So that makes sense.
Yeah, but cards like Supernova, and the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Tidal Wave. Yeah, because they aren't actually targeting anything. So yes. Yep, okay. Yeah, I figured that would be the case too, because you could Tidal Wave through a Stone Skin too, right? So it's that similar thing. So if it's not targeting anything, then yeah, I would be able to do it. Okay. Yep, that makes sense. Alright, so I think that was a good video about Aldreides the Aged and the new Shroud ability. I'm totally looking forward to other people's thoughts on it, on the new passive. And thanks for coming on for this video, Nik, to explain the effect and answer some questions I had about it.
Thank you for the invite.
Alright, thank you guys, and we'll see you guys next time.
Good.
Hey everyone, did you enjoy today's video? Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Did you hate today's video? Then be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It's really the only way I can tell. Thanks.